What's good, boys and girls? It's your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog, going to late night movie. I had to do this though. I had to do this one because so many times people say, "Well, Erica, what about the recession? What about the recession, Erica? Is it going to take me out? What's going to happen?" And here's the deal. The best example that most people are going to be able to, know what I'm talking about is Grant Cardone. If you read any of those books, he threw out 4 books in one time because what happened? He had all his money tied up with what? One bank. Hence why I'm always telling you guys you need more than one bank, right? But he had all his money, all his apartment complex tied up with one bank. And when that bank went under, the phone call started ringing like, "Hey, bro, your accounts and everything is tied up. You're not getting any money out of this bad boy, except for the, of course, to pay expenses." And the problem with that is that's where a lot of you are. Y'all have one bank. If the bank tells you no, now you're stuck. You got, one option for all your stuff. If it doesn't go the way you want, then, you're in trouble. Same thing goes with your job. I'm not saying be at your job and always looking for a second job, but you should have a plethora of options. And this is the problem with our society now. The past couple weeks, I've been making all these videos. And I've been getting emails. You guys love emailing me. You won't post it because you're not brave enough. There's 1 or 2 of you who are brave enough and post it. But most of you send me an email. And someone says, "Here you go again, Erica, telling people options for extroverts and not introverts." And here's what I want to do. I want to bring onto the show about 5 different introverts who can come talk. You know why? Because a lot of you men and women are using the excuse of being an extrovert for why you're losing. Point blank period. Like you're trying every trick in the bag to go, "Oh, it's because I'm an extrovert. It's because I'm an extrovert, Erica." You're giving solutions that work well for extroverts, but not for introverts. We're a completely different breed of people. And, you just don't even understand, Erica. And what I dag well know is I know introverts at every single conference. I know introverts at every mixer I go to. I know introverts there's one of the biggest YouTubers out here in Austin. 300,000 people subscribers. She's an extreme introvert. Extreme. People who are introverts still make things happen. And I think that's sad. I think it's disrespectful to yourself and to other introverts to try to blame being an introvert on why your life is not going the way it wants. And I'm being really serious here. My sister's an introvert, owns a hair salon, still has to get up and talk to people all the time. Still has to be productive. Still has to do what she has to do every day. And I think that's really disingenuous for people to try to play the introvert card for why they don't have a community of friends. They don't have anywhere to go every time they leave work. They don't have any activities on the weekend. "Oh, I don't do church, Erica." Okay, well, what else do you do on Sunday and Saturday? Sit at the house and play video games. Okay, then. Or not even play video games. Sit at the house and chill. Sit at the house and smoke cigars. Sit at the house and do whatever. There's nothing wrong with having the choice, but some of you don't even have the choice to not. You dig? Like, some of you don't even have the choice to not do that. So this isn't a bash you guys. This isn't this isn't to bash you guys. This is just to really introverts are lying, you're unmotivated. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and here's the thing, even today there's been several videos all over the manosphere in different places saying, "I haven't found a woman worthy," right? But if you ask them how many dates they've been on, period, how many people they talked to brand new this year, the number is so low. It's so low. "Oh, Erica, I'm on my mission. I'm on my purpose." I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? So it's not even about money. It's about your overall person, your overall well-being, like who you are as a person. What do that you have one life to live. And I don't know if y'all saving it up for round 2, but there ain't going to be no round 2. And that's what terrifies me when I'm talking to some of y'all. I'm like, make a decision. Go for it. Pick a thing and go. And example of using Grant Cardone having all the money tied up at one bank, even now, today I had to do a little exercise for my financial statement, and I was just writing out accounts. I'm writing out affiliate links. I'm writing out so many different things that bring me money, and it was like shocking because we were doing kind of a forensic, like, where's all the money coming from kind of thing, and what we want to tune up and promote more next year, if that makes sense. And when I started writing, you guys, I was sitting there shocked, like, oh my God, I forgot I did that. But that's the perfect place to be, because when I want to liquidate anything, I've got things to pick from. Some of you are in a position where you don't have a house, your car has a ton, like 20 grand still left on it. That's a dangerous place to be in a recession where you can't be nimble. God, this light behind me is pissing me off. Anyway, these LED lights are ridiculous. I don't know why they put them on cars. But essentially, a lot of people are sitting here trying to convince you, oh, just focus on your job. Sorry, I'm fixing the camera. Zoom in, camera. Zoom in. There we go. A little bit better. People are sitting here trying to convince you that, oh, everything's going to be okay. You got 2 more years for the recession. Everything's all right. Or don't invest your money in the stock market. Just hold on to your money. You and I both know every survey they do, even the banks, when they do surveys, the average person doesn't even have $1,000 in any of their accounts. I can tell you from experience going to the bank and putting 12 grand in there and about to get the Spanish Inquisition in the back. Where did this money come from? This isn't a cashier's check. Where's this money coming from? I'm like, my business? I'm a business owner. So trust me, like I'm telling you, like when I talk about getting 5 grand and 10 grand inconsistent, just sitting in your savings or sitting in your business checking accounts, the difference in the attitudes and the conversations at the banks, it's completely different. It's a completely different conversation. So again, I want you guys, if you can, number 1, increase your income at your job for sure. Number 2, start being able to put some seeds. And somebody's going to come behind this video before I even start this list. Someone's going to come behind this video and complain about the list I put together. If your list is better, put it up, show up, and show me your bank accounts. How about that? I'll start there. So when I was sitting there working 2 jobs and hustling and doing all I could do a couple years ago, I had made sure I had $1,000 in my account. Then every time I could, $5, $20, $30, $40, $50, I was putting it in bank certificates at Navy Federal, because you can do them for 3-month spans. And I was doing them for 2 other accounts. But I was putting them in there. Then I was putting money in the lending club every week, $25, $50 here and there. So now, 5 freaking years later, we've got numbers on numbers on numbers, accounts on accounts on accounts, lending club note after lending club note, other investments, because I just did that. After I did well with one, I just did it to another, from one platform to the next, right? 500 here for Fundrise, 500 for Todd Capital. Going to put 2,500 with Black Sea Fund Group. I mean, it's just, you're just adding on to the pot. And I think what's the problem here, the whole 10x thing got people thinking, well, Erica, that means I've got a 10x all this other stuff. No. Keep it simple. Write it down. Keep it simple. Keep putting money away weekly. But if you're 10xing at your job, getting the raise you need, or getting a new job, or you guys get the Salesforce training, or you get some type of certificate that boosts your income this year, now you got options. You boosted the income there. But to be really honest, if whatever it is you're on your list you're trying to do, 90 days is a solid time frame to do it. Now, what do I mean? 90 days is a solid time frame to go get a truck. 90 days is a solid frame to build up your mobile notary business. 90 days is a solid time frame to go get a house, get your pre-approval all going, all that, get a house. 90 days is an excellent time to go get your Salesforce training. 90 days is an excellent time to go study under somebody or take Nina's course, Blockbusters, any of these, and actually implement these things. 90 days is more than enough time to kind of get yourself in a direction. So what's happening when people are taking more than 90 days? They're trying to sell themselves on it. What's up, Charles? What's up? 10x is just a theory. Grant Cardone said, whatever it is you think you need, add a 10 behind it. And really, for some of y'all, it might be 100. Because if even my personal trainer were today, we were working out, and I showed y'all some video on Instagram, and the gym was full of people. These people ain't been here no other time. That gym's been empty since I've been in this complex. But it's around the New Year's time, and people want to make resolutions to themselves. But that's the problem. They want a 10x for a week and quit. That doesn't work. And, Charles, I don't know how long you've been on, but basically I was telling him how I read, if you're not first, you're last, right? And then sell or be sold, and 10x. But the all of it, if you read it all together, the biggest part of it is you got to sell you on it every day. Sell or be sold is selling you on the concept, selling yourself on the ideal. That's the biggest part, because you can't come home to your wife and convince her you're going to do some new thing if you don't have the confidence. A lot of you call me, and when I do our phone calls, the number one thing I have from a lot of y'all is you're complaining about your family. The only reason your family comes to y'all with the side comments and the smart attitude and the smart alecky stuff, sorry, this is a rough part of the road, is because you're wavering. When I started being so hyped in, when I was so like, I'd come home and I'd be like, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna be in Texas. I'm gonna buy real estate. I'm gonna do this. My YouTube channel's growing. Like, they were like, okay, damn, Erica, turn it down. Okay, we believe you. And one time I was in such a mood, I printed off my bank statement and slammed it on the table so they could see the painting company's numbers. I was like, that's $30,000. That's real freaking money. And I never had another problem. I never had another problem. You know why I didn't have another problem? Because the family realized I can't talk to her reckless out the side of her mouth. She has results. She's convinced. Your parents' job, there's so many articles that show your parents, overall, when they survey parents, they want you to have a nice, safe life. Let me say that again. When many parents are surveyed, they want you to have a nice, safe life. Now, what is a nice, safe life? A nice, safe life is you go to a simple school, you get a nice job, you go get married, you go sit in a house, and you chill. Simple. Simple. They want nice, clean, simple, so they can put you in a box and say, oh, little Johnny went to this school, checked off, he married a nice girl, done. I did my job as a parent. Check. I've got friends right now who all three of their siblings are not married and have no kids, and their parents are like, we failed. Now, that's not near here or there to judge if their parents think they failed because none of their kids are married and they're in their mid-30s. But that's their metrics. That's their metrics for success. And when y'all go home and y'all are not confident in what you're doing, and where does lack of confidence come from? Lack of results. Where does lack of results come from? Lack of somewhere in the chain of you being sold on the ideal, you're missing knowledge. So that's why I'm okay with you guys buying courses. I'm okay with you guys studying deeply. But at the end of the day, y'all have to go get some receipts. If not for you, for your family, for other people. Like, you got to show people consistency pays off. And that's what this channel is about. The fact that you can watch my life a couple years ago when I'm sitting in the car and I'm exhausted because I've been working at apartment complex all day, then spending the afternoon doing several different little apps and jobs, but still consistently putting out quality video. I mean, I've had friends go to lunch this past couple weeks and they've been like, I'm so proud of you. You've created your own job. And at the time I laughed, but then I thought about it. I'm like, technically I did. But results matter. Skills matter, and results matter, and receipts matter. And the fact that you can show 2 and 3 and 4 years of making over 6 figures consistently, that matters. I've got one client, we're working on their credit right now, but their credit is horrible for whatever personal reasons. It's horrible. But guess what? He's made $150,000 3 years in a row. No bank can tell him he's turned down. Now they might give him an ugly interest rate, but overall they can't turn him away because the receipts of the money are there. The receipts are there. And it doesn't. And again, when I talk about $100,000 a year, I know y'all get a little pissy with me. They're like, Erica, stop with the conversation about $100,000 a year. But let's do the math. If the average person is making $4,000 a month, we'll just do that simple number. What do you need a month to make $100,000 a year? You need 8,000, right? 8,000 a month times 12 months is $100,000. Round it off. Don't get bogged down in the numbers, because I know somebody's going to do it in the comments. Technically, that's not $100,000, Erica. I didn't ask you for that. That's not what I asked you for. So if you're at $4,000, we're just doing gross, not net. You just need another $4,000. That means you need another $1,000 each week. So that means you need to find a way to give yourself a raise of $1,000 each week. Now, some of you are like, $1,000, Erica? I just want to make $1,000 extra a month, which is fine. Absolutely fine. But remember, just break those numbers down. The extra $1,000 a month is an extra $250 a week, right? That's what that is. So when you guys come on here talking about student loans got you bogged down, and I ask you how much your student loans are, and you're like, well, it's 150 or 250, you could have knocked that out in a week. That's your choosing. You're choosing that. Now those student loans aren't going anywhere. No one's coming to rescue you from student loans. Let it go. No, you can't bankrupt out of them. You can't get out of them. They've got thousands of people applying for forgiveness, and it's not happening. Bite that bullet, knock that bad boy out. Because if you can knock out a $20,000 in student loans in a year and a half, now all that money you were making extra can go wherever you want it to go. It can go wherever you want. And that's the freedom in somewhat of the FIRE movement. That's the freedom in paying stuff off early. You get to decide where your money goes after that, because you paid the price to cut it. There's no reason. A lot of you make high incomes and you have credit card notes. There's no reason. It don't even make financial sense. You can't tell me out loud outside your mouth that it even makes sense. You know it don't make sense. So stuff like that is what I have to do these shows. And what is 10x? I simply want y'all to write down whatever goal you have for next year. If you say, Erica, I want to make 100,000. I want you to write down 250,000. Now, why am I saying that? Because it's going to get you to think bigger. It's going to get you to think, what do I have to do to get $250,000? I don't know. It depends on who you are. Depends on what you're striving for. I can't tell you what you're going to do to get there. You have to write out those numbers. You have to make it make sense. Make it make sense. Now, some of you may say, Erica, I'm only at 30,000. Okay, well, let's get you at 150 then. If you want to backpedal it, fine. That's on you. Backpedal it for yourself. But make it 150,000, and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. The reason I'm telling you right now, I know I made my goal too little, because as soon as I started getting close to it, I was like, whoop, gas off the pedal. I didn't produce stuff as I needed to. I didn't make blogs like I needed to. I didn't promote a lot of stuff. I didn't make my MailChimp consistent. I didn't do a lot of things consistently after that, because I already hit these numbers that I thought were crazy. And that's why you got to make the numbers even crazier than you think. So if you at 30K right now, make it 150K. If you at 100,000, make it 250,000. A lot of you sitting here talking about, I can't believe accredited investors cost so much. That's the cost. It just is what it is. And what's going to happen is, the reason I'm trying to get y'all to turn it up right now, because this is what's going to happen. When you got all these other people out here losing jobs in certain sectors, having to switch careers, where are they going to go? They're going to go where the easy money is, or what they think is easy money. They're going to go where the easy stream is. And a lot of stuff that you could have done, because there's always this saying, what's easy to do is easy not to do. And why is that? It's easy to go walk 30 minutes every afternoon with your wife and kids. It's easy. It's also easy not to do, right? You eat too much at dinner, you sit down, you're done, you're tired, whatever your reasons, it's easy not to do. Same thing goes for reading every day, right? Every year people buy a bunch of books and then they don't read them, right? That's why I challenge people, when you got Audible and you listen to the Audible daily, no excuses. I'm not even near that car. Hold on. Anyway, point of the story is, a lot of the calls and the emails you guys give me, I'm like, you need about 30 days of more work on yourself. I can't convince you. You have to be convinced. So I'll look over some of y'all comments real quick. This movie don't start for a while, but you know what I'm saying. Does everybody know what the 10X book is? Does everybody know what Grant Cardone is? Put a 1 in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Grant Cardone, Sell or Be Sold, If You're Not First, You're Last, and 10X. There's another book. I think it's The Closer's Guide. But if you know what I'm talking about, put a 1 in the comments, because a lot of people act like, what book is that? I mean, right now, I've asked people, do you know who Tim Ferriss' 4-Hour Workweek is? And a bunch of people told me no. They're like, I don't even know what you're talking about. So again, like, I can name books all day, but I want you to actually read them. I don't want you to buy them. I want you to read them. I want you to apply some of the techniques to your life. That's why I've named that book The Power of Who. Write down 150 people you know. If the 150 people you know are not getting you to that goal you wrote on that paper to 10X this year, what needs to happen? All right? You know. I ain't got to tell you, but you know. I'm seeing guys right now with Tundras and Ford F-250s driving for Lyft and Uber. Gas is cheap. But what happens to that guy when, he's going to start trying to go to Amazon FBA. He's going to start trying to go into real estate. He's going to start trying to go up the chain. And again, the whole difference of me bringing this stuff up is, I'll come to a new city I know cities and towns where y'all live and know the prices, and you live there and you don't even know the prices. So how bad do you want it? I shouldn't know your city and town's prices better than you do if you're from there. You dig? What's up, Charlotte? What's up, LA? Raleigh, North Carolina. A small percent is totally introvert or extrovert. Exactly. Very small percent. I've done many tests, and at the end of the day, I still have a 10% introvert part. And people, all my friends are like, yeah, right. And I'm like, again, everybody has it. Camden, South Carolina. 10X forever. I mean, and I'm even going to the 10X conference. Why am I going? It's not necessarily to hear the same Grant Cardone talk. It's the people. It's the people that are going to be there. It's the energy that's going to be there. It's the vibe that's going to be there. I'm telling y'all, it's easier as a person to go in where the stream is going up, right? If somebody is pushing, they're like, I'm going. Here's my energy. You can come alongside them and go, hey, want to push together? Want to go grab this property together? Hey, I got 10, you got 10, let's go. And that is the point. If you ever read the book One Thing by Gary Keller, every person you add to your company or your vision or your dream or your mission, you guys are pushing. You're pushing through the noise. You're pushing through the stream, and you make the goal happen. Does that make sense? If I'm making sense here, throw me a ones or twos in there so I know it's making sense to y'all and I'm not just kind of preaching to the choir. Because it's 95 people in here and 35 likes. So, I mean, the likes are free, right? Those are free. 2019 almost here. 2019, let me put it this way. I had my calendar for 2019, October of 25th. Let's make that very clear. I had my calendar for 2019, October 25th. I always end up with the calendar that has October, November, December in it because I go get it early. I plan my year out. That's how I can tell you I'm going to be in New Orleans so much that I was like, I might as well get a condo. I already know how many times I'm going to be in Miami. I already know how many times I'm going to be in Detroit. I already know how many times I'm going to be in North Carolina. Anything new added to the schedule is a fun time new to me. Again, that's why I told you about the traveling CEO. It's a different type. It's not just traveling to have fun and experiences. It's traveling to make money and traveling to actually have a purpose. It goes tied into you wherever your clients are. It's tied into where your business is at. It's tied into where your investments are. So I've been binge watching you today. Thank you, Amanda P. Currently reading Receipts. Yeah, I mean, listen. Anytime somebody gets a little pop off in the mouth, I'm not saying do this with your family because your family might rob you. I don't know your family. I know my family and they got a lot of rentals, so they feel the need to try to tell you how to do something. So sometimes I'd be printing out bank statements or ATM receipts. I'd be like, I know what I'm doing. Hello. You know what I mean? Hello. There you go. Watch your mouth. So, I mean, one time I think I paid for everybody at the table's dinner or something. And my family's like, oh, somebody's got money, huh? And it's like, I've had money for years now. So again, in your family's eyes, it's going to take so much. And let's even keep it one even more bigger. In your friends' eyes, some of you have been friends with people since you were middle school kid, high school kid, college. You're always going to be Frank the Tank who threw up in college. They're not going to see you as the super investor, right? And I even see this with friends here. I have a friend, he's always starting ventures that to go potentially in stores. And friends are like, oh, but here I am, and several other people were here sitting over here making the same amount of money. But they see you in a different light. And so that's why I'm saying the results you need, again, this isn't 10X for your friends. This isn't 10X for your family. This is 10X for you to strive, right? I know I could have made $500,000 this year. But as soon as I got close to my original goal, which was way too small, that was my fault. And the fact that I had other YouTubers call me and be like, yo, like, you need to be doing this. You need to do about this much more. You need to go back through all your videos and fix the thumbnails, fix the tags, fix the labels. You need to go back and clean your blog up. You need to go back and have that other website on top. You need to go back and fix your Google AdWords. You need people calling you out that are a little bit up above you, because when you have money coming in and sales coming in every day, you're not stressed and you're not pressed, and you don't make yourself go to the next level. Right? I have a friend who called me. He's like, you said you were going to buy 10 rentals this year. I'm like, mind your business. Right? Because it's the accountability that they're not embarrassing me. I'm embarrassing myself because I'm not living up to the expectations I know I'm capable of. Because what happens is we say, well, I'm not as bad as that person. I'm out working with my personal trainer. I'm like, I'm not as fat as that girl. He'd be like, what that got to do with you? That does nothing to do with you. You have to make goals for yourself. You cannot compare around currently. You have to do a 10x for yourself. Now, I don't want you going out this year and acting a fool, but that's why I'm just trying to give simple examples. The compound effect book is perfect. When he talks about 3 different guys and one guy, all he did is walk more every afternoon with his family, got time to talk to his wife, got time to talk to the kids, walking the dog. It's all compound. It rolls up. It rolls up into your behavior. It rolls up in how you're doing things. You're driving to work. You're listening to audiobooks. You're doing some of the techniques we're talking about in these videos. You're fixing your credit. You're lowering your taxes. All these things compound effect. So, let's see what else y'all had in here. What's up, New Orleans? 10x your life. Uber. Yeah, what's up, Tiffany? Winning true. You slow down when you hit your goal. Yeah, you slow down hard when you hit your goal. Watch any of these people channels, fitness, name it, music, whatever. Look at the musicians. Kanye West, all these people talking about they just like, that's why they go on tour to kind of revive the energy. There's a great documentary if you guys ever want to check it out. It's like a real brief 15 minutes. And it talks about Questlove. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Questlove of the Roots. And him, Erykah Badu, what's his name? The guy D'Angelo, all these people, right? Common, they're in this place creating music. Now, Questlove was the major writer, but they locked themselves in for like 120 days, and they were just making music left and right. They were just producing the best stuff ever. Like literally, Erykah Badu's Baduism, Kanye Common's one of his best albums. And what ended up happening is they started getting all the news interviews, right? Where people are like, oh, Questlove, you put this together. And so all the other people in the group started having their ego get in the way. And Questlove said, to this day, I don't even put together those kind of brainstorming sessions anymore because it hurt my feelings so bad that everybody turned against me. So you're talking about an era of music that made all of them millionaires, multi-millionaires, but because of ego got in the way. Lack of 10x. If they would have stayed locked in there for a year instead of 4 months, imagine the music they could make. So when I'm talking about challenging yourself and pushing yourself, I mean, some people are like, oh man, you're working too much, Erykah. I'm at a position now. Next year, I'm just going to be managing assets. That's freaking exciting. You can have that too. This isn't like, I'm not some person you can't relate to. Some of y'all are in perfect positions with your spouse or your situation with your finances. Y'all can make really good choices and change the trajectory of your life. But that's your choice. So I'm going to read some more of these and I'm going to roll on. If your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. True. A tundra though? Yes. Being the bartender. This is how I know people be out there in their feelings, buying trucks and buying stuff. Well, I'm in Texas. I want a truck. And then they're out there riding around with lift sign on it. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're picking up a bunch of drunks, 5, 6, 7 people deep every weekend, great. More money for you. But that's not always going to be the case. What happens when gas goes back to $3 and $4? Sorry, I'm like watching people make sure I don't have to hit nobody in them. Elbow drop nobody. Okay, good. Planning ahead network. Thoughts on business partners? I'd have to do another video. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to this movies. Slight Edge is another great book. Yeah, Slight Edge and Compound Effect, all those play in the same thing. So many people have such a low bar. There's so many. Let's be honest. Let's do one that's relatable to people. So many women dress poorly that when a woman dresses up, everybody's like, why is she so dressed up? That's just a slight edge. When you see men out here 40 years old, I was watching Kevin's channel, 40 years old with a hoodie on and Timberland boots, and then he's mad because you don't treat him like he's a 40-year-old man. Well, you're not dressing like a 40-year-old man. These are all choices that affect our outcomes. So again, when people say, well, I don't know if I want to get another certificate. I don't want to pay for more school. I don't want you to pay for the wrong school, but I want you to do things that are in the season of your life. Some of you are wishing to be in another season of life, and that don't jive, right? So if you're a single young 21-year-old and job opportunities are popping up everywhere, but you just can't wait to be married and have kids, well, now you've ruined this season of life trying to get to this season of life. And then if you're a married person, all you think about is, I can't wait till these kids get out of the house and then I can travel with my wife. Like, you're ruining the season of life you're in. So if you're in a season of life where you have an opportunity to listen to books, challenge yourself, grow yourself, do better, you should do so. What in the, I can't say that word. Love the content. Thoughts on franchises. We're going to do that another day. Can't do that the whole show. But even right now, there's several people right now on YouTube who are getting copyright strikes. I've gotten to, some other people have gotten stuff that's getting their channels camped down. Now they can still release videos, but they can't go live. Anthony Brown, Logan, several other people. And I'm paying attention to the signs out here, right? So enjoy the content. That's why I always say enjoy the content while it's here. Like, you don't know who's in charge or who's changing different things, but that's why I'm going to VidCon. That's why I'm going to Vid Summit. That's why I'm following the Vid Summit rules. I'm changing the things on the channel like it should be. But I'll try to always give this good content like this because I know this is helpful for me. I've been watching people, and people go, quit making videos in cars, Erica. I watch people who do videos in cars. If the information is good, the information is good. See, the problem is you're sitting at your house. You want free information. You want me to be in a studio audience and all this shininess, but you're not paying for that. This ain't PBS. This ain't K-Love. This ain't public broadcasting. This isn't, we ain't giving out donations. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't free nothing. You know, like, all these things cost money, and all these things, in order to be bigger and better, you know, you have to actually be contributing too. So goals don't work, systems work better. Facts. I love that video. It was an animated video. Questlove is so down to earth. Oh, did you see it? Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you. By far, this is my favorite video of yours. Thank you, Theodore Cousins. I'm in a 3-piece suit right freaking now. Just took off my mink coat winning. Literally. So I left my house. I was in a dress. My friends are like, girl, it's cold outside. And I went out that door. I went back in and put this hoodie on. But that's something I'm challenging myself on. And I think I said on camera, I don't know. But like, wearing a dress every day for 30 days. Okay, what did that require me to do? Go out and buy new material, new clothes. To do so, right? I'm buying new cameras. I'm buying new laptops. I have an extra person on staff, right? How do we get from this number to this number if we don't push ourselves and push the staff underneath us? So the girl's going from working 2 days a week to 3, right? She's not there every day, but enough. You guys get it. Yep, Lando. I'm taking web development classes at Goodwill. 14 weeks. There you go. Can you do a conference lookbook? What would that be? What would that be? They want the whiteboard, the links, Erica in a suit for free. I'm telling you, been the bartender. Like, I have a whiteboard in my office that's a rolling. It's a big one, and it's on it's on the rails or whatever. And even just to move my lights over there, to move my camera over there, I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous, right? Right, but again, what do I want from this channel? What do I want from you guys? And a lot of this is impact, right? You're making ripples in the water, and all this does is, again, people 3 years ago were buying courses and buying credit repair and buying things. People are coming on this channel from all different places and all different videos. 1,600 videos in. Again, I keep telling y'all, the 5 consulting companies I talked to here in Austin, and you probably know one of them was Big Spot, Red Spot. They're like, girl, you don't have to do another video ever again. We can sit here and run ads on your best quality videos, because some of these videos are grainy. Some of these videos from my old camera. Some of these videos from the old house. Some are great quality. We can pick the top 25 and just run ads on those. So, I mean, that's the thing. So, again, this year, and if I'm not answering your questions, it's because I'm about to run into this movie theater. But look, the key here is 10x theory. I need you to challenge yourself. Period. Kevin Samuel says, stop giving free content. Y'all can hate me now, but pay her. Hey, listen. And the thing is, between the super chats, I'm proud of all the y'all super chatting, supporting the channel. Also, I'm proud of all y'all buying the content. I mean, y'all do. And this is why I told O'Shea, get on these people. Make sure they're super chatting. Y'all have been more than super gracious. 3 years ago, I was making almost $8,000 a month off YouTube from people buying the products and services. So you guys, if you like stuff, you put money to it. So I'm just saying, there'll be probably some more webinar nights and some different things. But again, the whole rehab show I'm doing in Detroit, that's not going to be cheap. That's not going to be cheap. None of these things are going to be cheap. So again, the 10x for myself, to have a catalog to work with. Okay, these things all cost. And so I just like to make the shows good. You guys got to be on topic, whatever the topic is, and you guys got to ask the questions. So anyway, challenge to you, if you finish watching this video or you're at this point at 35 minutes in, what is going to be the 10x for your year? How are you going to make this year better? Is it your clothes? Is it your weight? Is it your income? You determine that. And I tell people all the time, write the you 5 years from now, or write the you from 10 years from now. And if you don't know where the you 5 years are going to be, you're already there. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you don't know where you're going in 5 years, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're even doing in March in 2019, you need to sit down with a calendar and you really need to chalk it out. So we'll do more of these talks. We'll have a lot more real estate this week coming up. We'll also have Terry come back on talking about stock market. We have a lot of people coming on that are going to give really great content, and I'm excited for it. So prepare yourselves. It'll be much earlier in the day, not late like it is right now. So everybody, this is Erica from the Classy Climb blog. If you haven't got the book Smartphone Millionaire, you can grab it on Amazon or at the links below. I want to thank all of you for doing so, but make sure, if you could, leave reviews. There's about 3,000 book sales and no reviews. So not no reviews, but not enough. So later, you guys, have a great night.